It's dark, empty, void. This is how our world begins. But then one sentence changes everything. Let there be light. And suddenly, creation is not chaos anymore. It is ordered. It is alive. It is good. No, very good. But then 3 chapters in, humanity fumbles paradise. So how do we get from very good to very complicated, but somehow still blessed? Let's get into Genesis chapters 1 through 3. Before kingdoms, before temples, before kings, there is God creating and bringing order, meaning, and blessing. Day 1, light breaks in. Day and night begin. Day 2, waters split. The sky opens. Day 3, land rises. Green life erupts. Day 4, sun, moon, and stars take their places. Day 5, seas swarm. Birds fill the sky. Day 6, animals come forth, filling the earth with life. Day 7, creation rests. The day is holy. God creates humankind in His image. Male and female He creates them. They are blessed and given a calling. Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, and rule over the living creatures. But when God created the earth and the heavens, He also needed someone to cultivate the plants, grains, and soil. So God formed Adam. He formed him from the dust of the ground and breathed the breath of life into him. Then God plants a garden, places Adam there, and gives him work. Yes, work existed even way back then. But not work as in the job you hate. Work as in purpose. And there is one command. The man may eat freely from every tree of the garden, but not from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Notice the order. Freedom comes first. Every tree, abundance, provision, beauty, permission. Then one boundary. This is where the question starts forming. Will humanity trust God's wisdom or try to seize wisdom apart from Him? Adam obeys God's commands and continues to work. Then God says it is not good for a man to be alone. Am I right, fellas? So God forms Eve, a woman, and brings her to Adam. She is not an afterthought. She is the needed partner, bone of his bones and flesh of his flesh. Together, Adam and Eve stand in the garden without shame. Humanity is at peace with God, with creation, and with each other. This is the world at its best. Life with God, work with purpose, relationship without fear, and a creation called very good. But then, the serpent emerges from the shadows of the tree. And the first move is not an attack. It is a question. Did God really say? And this is the turning point. The serpent twists the command. Eve answers, but the conversation keeps moving towards suspicion. The serpent says they will not surely die. He says their eyes will be opened and they will be like God, knowing good and evil. But they were already made in God's image. They were already blessed. They already had access to a world full of good gifts. The temptation is not just fruit. It is distrust. Eve sees that the tree is good for food, pleasing to the eyes, and desirable to make one wise. She takes and eats. She gives some to Adam, who is with her, and he eats. But what they gain is not freedom. It is shame. They realize they are naked, and they sew fig leaves together. The relationship that had no shame is now covered, hidden, fractured. Then they hear God in the garden, and they hide. This is the heartbreak of Genesis 3. The first humans do not run toward God, they hide from Him. A world called very good has become a world of fear. The garden is still there, the trees are still there, but something inside humanity has broken. God asks, "Where are you?" Not because God is confused. The question exposes the new reality. Humanity is now hiding in the world they were meant to steward. Adam says he was afraid because he was naked, so he hid. Afraid, naked, hidden. Those words are not just ancient details. They are painfully human. Then the blaming starts. The man points to the woman points to the serpent. Nobody says, "I trusted the lie." Now, before everyone starts blaming Eve, let's remember, Adam had free will too. And then this man had the audacity to blame his wife in front of God? My guy, that's gotta be humanity's second biggest mistake. Everyone knows women are always right. But God does not laugh it off. Sin is serious because it breaks trust, fractures relationships, and brings death into the human story. God speaks judgment to the serpent, to Eve, and to Adam. Eve will bear children in pain, and her relationship with Adam will be marked by struggle. Adam will toil against cursed ground just to survive. Dust you are, and to dust you will return. Eden is behind them, and a fallen world lies ahead. The world is still God's world. Humanity is still made in God's image, but paradise has been ruptured. And yet, even here, there is hope. Before the humans leave the garden, God makes garments for them and clothes them. They made fig leaves. God gives garments. That does not erase the consequences, but it shows something essential about God's character. Even in judgment, there is mercy. God drove Adam and Eve from Eden. Then he placed mighty cherubim and a blazing sword of fire to guard the way back to the tree of life. Paradise was lost. The world begins good. Humanity falls. Exile starts. And hope is planted right in the middle of judgment. Beauty and brokenness. Blessing and pain. Purpose and exile. Very good and very complicated, but still not abandoned. God creates. God blesses. God judges. God covers. And God begins a story of rescue. And outside the garden, things get even more tense. The next major story is blood. Brother against brother. Eden is behind them. Cain and Abel are ahead. And the question becomes, when sin is no longer just at the tree, but crouching at the door, will humanity listen? Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.